Bamenda denizens takes to the streets to decry the gruesome killing of a young man by name Junior Awazi, popularly known as BG, who was shot and killed at close range by a military official over there in Bamenda in an argument last night in the town. Plus, today across Cameroon and the globe is being observed as News Person Day, with special recognition endowed to the men and women of the newsroom who mount up formidable schemes to get people informed with adequate information, with most of them at times to the detriment of their lives. Those were our major stories. Good evening to you all. This is High Prime of Thursday, the 4th day of April 2024. For presentation, I am attending Larry Kevin Tabot. We start off with one of our lead stories from the town of Bamenda, where Bamenda denizens took to the streets today to protest on the gruesome killing of a youngster by name Junior Awazi, popularly known as BG. He was shot to death at close range by an element of the forces of law and order last night in the town of Bamenda in the northwest region. According to eyewitness accounts, this incident is as a result of the said security officer who harassed a lady after he asked the lady out, but the said lady in question turned his love request to the detriment of the said military official, who was alienated as he went to attack the girl. In the process, late Junior Awazi, who came to confront him, was shot dead at close range by that said military official. We move over to something else now. We take you to the southwest region, where a workshop to strengthen civic engagement of youth in the southwest region has taken place at the Center for Human Rights and Democracy in Africa, SHADA. These engagement is coming alongside the German corporation GIZ, who are aiming in ensuring youth get endowed in civic engagement, participation and democracy for the development of different potentials and capacity across their diverse environment. Alice Lekeliengwe was there, and I'll tell us more.
In order to help youth develop capacities that will improve their potentials to dialogue, participate in democracy, mental health and psychosocial support through mentorship, some youth in the southwest region have been drilled in a workshop aimed at strengthening civic engagement of youth in the southwest region. The Center for Human Rights and Democracy in Africa, SHADA, in partnership with German Corporation for International Cooperation GIZ, aims to see these youth foster peace in their communities.
Having a workshop for the project strengthening the civic engagement of youth in the southwest region of Cameroon. In this is the last and final workshop, because for the period of 7 months we've put these youths with various mentors in order to enhance their civic engagement, so that they should grow up and become responsible citizens.
The GIZ has been partnering with the Center for Human Rights and Democracy in Africa in respect to improving dialogue, the participation of youths in governance, mental health and psychosocial support. And it's the intention of the GIZ, funded by the German government, the BMZ, to contribute in its own way to bringing peace to Cameroon through those three points.
The workshop, which took place this April 4, had as one of its topic electoral process and youth participation.
Drilled young Cameroonians at SHADA, strengthening their capacity on electoral processes and how they should get involved in the electoral process in Cameroon. You know, it is very important for youth to be engaged in elections, because they have to. It is a way, they live way for their own future. It's a way for them to participate in nation building, and it's a way for them to see how credible, fair, and transparent our electoral system can be.
To the participants, the workshop is quite impactful and are willing to put into practice all what they have learned.
Impact me a lot, like for example, I know how to go to my community and to initiate the project, how to talk to people, and also public speaking, and also how to work as a team in order to bring change in our society.
Civil-military cooperation, entrepreneurship, civil society organizations, public administration are the various segments under which the youth are grouped.
We take you to Kumba to talk insecurity in that part of the southwest region, where the people of Kumba and commercial motorbike riders in that part of the southwest region has taken to the streets to decry the rate of thievery and harassment from non-state actors who are parading themselves in that part of the southwest region as insecurity is at the rise. This is coming into place after a commercial motorbike rider was robbed and killed as the men from the underworld made away with his motorbike over there in Kumba. This situation that has led to the security emergency meeting that was on the behest of the senior divisional officer for Kumba for Mehmet Division, Tuandong Shamalen, alongside some local authorities in the division with the likes of the district officer for Kumba 1 subdivision, Ali Anugu, in order for them to get a better understanding of what happened. Let's take a listen to the divisional officer for Kumba 1 subdivision, Ali Anugu, and an eyewitness who were there to tell us what's transpired over there in Kumba.
State, if you have 1,000 problems, all will be solved. Except that issue of pass, everybody must come out and take his pass. That one is non-negotiable. It's an instruction from the governor. We must fight Monday Ghost Town. We are not fighting against you. We not be fight now, una. Una understand me? Yes. We dey fight na terrorism. We dey fight na criminals. Come out, take your pass, go back and be.
Then if you pass, they say so that you think doctor take the 5 times like attack the skin. After the man not die, he still take money for his skin. He say for hospital type nose, you have to take your money. I say okay. The boy phone the phone, don't take the phone. So I try to call my colleague for
who took the phone? They took the phone at the hospital or
they shoot him.
Where they shoot him?
A sad one indeed. We move on to something else. April 4th of every year is being celebrated in Cameroon and around the globe as the Day of News Person Day, a day that appreciates men and women of the newsroom as they go about with their job, seeking for information, at times to the detriment of their own life. This day that was enacted by the United Nations organization is one that aims to give more preference to men and women in the newsroom. Rita Mafani Mojoko tells us more.
Each day, there is a local news person reporting on the day's events in the community. They keep you informed of important political news, business in the community, whether traffic, crime, or educational updates. April 4th has been set aside to appreciate this set of persons. National Hogo News Person Day was created in 2005 as a way to honor and recognize the important role that journalists play in the society. It is also an opportunity to celebrate the freedom of speech and to also appreciate those who over the years have been referred to as the fourth arm of the government. It is no news that some news persons in the course of gathering news have lost their lives in the process. Many of them, such as Martinez Zogo, Samuel Waziz, and many more have died as they try to make sure the world gets the latest information. It is no news that some news persons in the course of gathering news have lost their lives in the process. Many of them, such as Martinez Zogo, Samuel Waziz, and many more have died as they try to make sure the world gets the latest information. The public is therefore encouraged to give a huge shout out to everyone who helps to update the local population on recent happenings.
We talk on the dangers of alcohol consumption now, as today is World Alcohol Screening Day, a day that is set aside to bring awareness on the dangers and effects that comes along of excess alcohol consumption to the human body. This has made the World Health Organization to create awareness and sensitization to the population on the dangers involved on the harmful intake of excessive alcohol. Aishambang reports.
Every day, millions of Cameroonians and individuals across the world engage in risky behaviors like binge drinking and daily drinking that can lead to many health issues and can also affect one's personal life, even to the extent of affecting jobs, families and communities too. This is why each year National Alcohol Screening Day is observed on the Thursday of the first full week of April to raise awareness about the harmful effects of alcohol abuse and alcohol dependency, to raise awareness of the importance of a healthy lifestyle and to help individuals overcome their alcohol addiction. With alcohol being the most commonly used addictive substance in the United States and the world at large, the National Council of Alcoholism and Drug Dependency in 1987 established International Screening Day as the initial day of Alcohol Awareness Month. Educating the public on the harmful effects alcohol have on a person, seeking alcohol treatment is highly recommended by all medical and mental health professionals. With the use of alcohol screening tools, which helps medical and mental health professionals screen individuals for alcohol abuse and help them get the appropriate treatment. Therefore, if someone is suffering from alcohol addiction, it is time to help them by putting them on the path of recovery.
You are watching High Prime and we are coming to you live from our main studio here in High Television. We take you to something else now. We move over to something else, where the first preparatory meeting for Faco Division ahead of the Labor Day or May Day celebration slated for the 1st of May 2024 has taken place in the town of Limbe. The meeting that was called on the behest of the Senior Divisional Officer for Faco Division, Viang Mekala, aimed at ensuring that the 138th edition of the World Labor Day or May Day will be conducted hitch-free all across the division, as Limbe will be the host town for the division, with their town being the administrative headquarters of the said division. Will be welcoming the 7 other subdivisions that constitute Faco Division. This 2024 edition of the International Labor Day comes as a result after Territorial Administration Minister Paul Atsanganji gives firm instruction that he is against extortion from local authorities or administration who aim at making sure persons or enterprises keep on paying money in order for them to take part in May Day celebration. Now let's take a listen to the divisional officer for the divisional delegation of labor and social security for Faco.
Around 6 months here, I got an impression about the festival. It's so interactive. I love the way the participants were asking their question and the various questions were giving. And it's the first time great meeting from Faco. I really appreciate all their question and solution that they gave. We have taken into consideration. For now, this is the first meeting, and I don't know. We have the various committees have to sit and camp out their programs before we know how the organization of the Labor Day will be. We are talking on all the employers and associations, strengthening on that the season starts today and ends on the 27th, on the 25th of April. Yes. So they should not pass at the level of office while they're waiting for the registrations.
We talk something else now. A non-profit organization that seeks to improve on the livelihoods of most Cameroonians through business and entrepreneurship has concluded a 2-day skill acquisition workshop in the nation. This session that saw different participants who were drilled on several items from manufacturing, such as liquid soap, detergent, and others that they will be selling in order to improve their livelihoods. We have details in the upcoming reports.
Stay enough for one direction. This is a stage 1 now. Caustic soda in water.
A bid to better break financial dependency rate amongst youth, The Dennis and Lenora Parecha Foundation, through the Small Business and Entrepreneurship Center, has once again fulfilled her promises of creating an environment for youth and women to better create jobs for themselves.
We are actually training young women to be self-employed, because this falls within the Powering Prosperity and Economic Freedom program that is running for the next 3 years. And 18 months into the project, we want to equally empower young women, empower youth to be self-employed. And we started off in the Northwest region. Today we are in the Southwest. We are going to continue with other regions, because the idea is that we are leaving no one behind. Everybody must be economically included. Everybody must be self-sustainable. And everybody must be able to fend for themselves, or be able to do one or two things.
It is in this line that a practical session has been organized to better equip the participants with hands-on skills.
It is very important to the youth, especially considering the situation of our country today. Many youths are jobless, and as I told them, they cannot expect that the government should employ everybody. And it's a good initiative that Foretia Foundation came out with this initiative, that these youth should come together for this free training. They are training, and they are, at the end of the day, they are going to be empowered, so that most of the products which they have learned will be able to produce themselves and generate income for themselves, for their families, and for their community. Them before that they should learn like this, and they should not go and sleep. And from the enthusiasm and the expectations I saw from them, I really believe, and I'm encouraging and advising them that when they go, they should keep up with the training.
The practical session saw both the trainer and the trainees produce detergents, soaps, Vaseline and other products which one can produce and sell to be able to financially sustain themselves and equally be job creators. Amazed by the various production process that can easily fetch them money, the participants say regret is the last thing to think of after the rich practical session.
I think it's quite very encouraging and it's very good. So far what we have gathered so far, production of Omo and Savon, I think it's quite helpful to reduce costs at home, and also you can also use it to earn a better income. Because actually, I said to me, this is an answer to my cry or to my dreams. Because I've always wanted to do something, especially Omo, and I've been trying to do a lot of research.
So it was not a waste of time, because I never expected that I was even coming here to learn something like such. So on my coming here, I never knew what I was coming here to do. I never even knew what the conference was all about. So on my greatest surprise, I was shocked that I came here, and what the conference all about was to teach me how to be self-employed, how to do something that I can help myself without depending on somebody.
The 2-day income-generating skill training session has its aim to empower more than 600 youth across the 10 regions of Cameroon.
On to our foreign dossier for tonight. Mixed reactions are surmounting from the East African nation of Uganda after the country's constitutional council yesterday passed pronouncement nullifying all bids to nullify the anti-homosexuality law that passes death sentence to persons found guilty of practicing the practice of homosexuality in the East African nation of Uganda. A complete of that news item with Aishambe.
People in Uganda reacted with mixed views after the country's constitutional court upheld Wednesday an anti-gay law that allows the death penalty for aggravated homosexuality. The law in question defines aggravated homosexuality as cases of homosexual relations involving a minor and other categories of vulnerable people, or when the perpetrator is infected with HIV. The court in Uganda capital Kampala rejected the petitioner's request to quash the law despite widespread condemnation from right groups and others abroad. President Yoweri Museveni signed the bill into law in May last year. The law is supported by many in the East African country.
We believe this is the front line of Africa's independence. This is the front line of preserving us as a people. So I'm happy with the ruling and the judgment that was delivered today, which vindicated us
where some see it as behavior imported from abroad and not a sexual orientation. Constitutional Court judges said the law was legally passed by Parliament and does not violate the Constitution. Homosexuality was already illegal in Uganda under a colonial area law criminalizing sexual activity against the order of nature. The punishment for that offense is life imprisonment. A suspect convicted of attempted aggravated homosexuality can be imprisoned for up to 14 years, and the offense of attempted homosexuality is punishable by up to 10 years.
Homosexuality, it is not good. It has many disadvantages. Some people, or many of the people, the capacity of them, they are losing their lives because of homosexuality. So what the court has decided, it is good.
The court, however, ruled that members of the gay community should not be discriminated against when seeking medication. But members of the LGBT community were quick to cast a dark shadow on the court's decision, saying it will worsen their already desperate situation. Some lawyers for the petitioner said after the judgment that they will now turn to the Supreme Court, hoping it will overturn the law. Homosexuality is criminalized in more than 30 of Africa's 54 countries.
With that foreign news dossier for tonight, this is where we draw the curtains of High Prime for today, Thursday, the 4th of April 2024. Thanks for watching and good night from our new studios, as High Prime will be yours tomorrow, exactly 8 p.m. Cameroon time, GMT+1. Good night.